Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a slow, calm, relaxing breath. And as you exhale, release the tension in your eyelids and feel that you're releasing that tension in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel incrementally you're becoming deeper and deeper relaxed. And as you breathe in, feel a wonderful feeling of resourceful relaxation, and feel any tension, any stress, any frustrations or worries, feel like it's just melting away, enabling you to move to that place of wonderful relaxation, serenity, and tranquility. As your body relaxes, your mind awakens. I want you to imagine uncovering an old box of children's books. They were written many years ago. Maybe they're dusty, but you can tell from the material of the covers, the font that's used in the title and on the spine, and perhaps illustrations written, that these books are old books. As you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine smelling the distinctive smell of old pages. As you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine a most comfortable chair, an old leather chair, the kind of chair that the moment you sit in makes you feel a wonderful feeling of cozy relaxation. And just imagine in that old box of books, there's one book that catches your eye. It simply has the title, The Quest. So you make yourself comfortable in that old leather chair. You open up the first page of that old children's book, and you read the first few words. Once upon a time, in a place far away. And just allow your imagination to take you to a place in time far away, where you imagine being in a place where routine has become mundane. There's a lack of excitement, a lack of challenge, a lack of joy. I want you to imagine one day there's a knock at the door, and an old wizard tells you that you have been chosen. You are the chosen one to embark on a quest, a unique quest, a quest to find the true meaning of joy. The old wizard informs you that many people are looking for joy, but can't seem to find it. That the things that people are told that will give them joy, success and money, status and possessions, don't give them joy for very long. And because of your unique experiences, you have been chosen to go on a quest to find an infinite source of joy. If you could imagine a chalice that never runs dry, that could represent infinite joy. Imagine packing your things and leaving your home and feeling that you're about to embark on a journey to find this elusive thing called joy. As you walk down the path, this road, perhaps through forests, fields, small towns and villages, you start to think about those small things that seem to give you feelings of joy. As you walk down the path, feel the awakening of your inner strength, inviting you to make the most of a journey of purpose and impact. You leave the border of your town, going into new territory, and as you cross the threshold, envision yourself impacting others positively, embracing this path with open arms. And while you're on this journey, don't be surprised if there are difficulties, adversity, and challenges. And on your journey, each challenge brings clarity to your purpose, revealing the unique ways that perhaps you can contribute to the world. As you breathe in and breathe out, you happen to notice that whenever you take time to be grateful for what you have, you feel more joyful. So let gratitude be your guide, showing appreciation for your abilities and giving you a clue that you have a unique ability to make a difference. You realize very quickly in this quest, in this journey, it's easier when you do the journey with other people. So you find yourself naturally building connections that strengthen your resolve. It's easier to accomplish this quest as a team. And maybe on this quest you start to realize that one of your own inner shadows is a belief, perhaps a belief that you're only useful if you're working hard. Things are only worth doing if they lead to financial gain. And don't be surprised while you're on this quest. Part of what makes your quest successful is letting go of some of those old beliefs that were never your beliefs anyway. These were ideas pushed upon you that you reluctantly accepted. And notice as you let go of those old ideas, like an old pair of shoes that doesn't fit you anymore, you feel more joyful. Notice on your quest that when you find things you're passionate about, your motivation increases. The journey becomes less arduous. You can make progress with a spring in your step and a smile on your face. At some point in this quest, you face incredible adversity. And notice when you go deep down within, you find that resilience, realizing that you can and have transformed challenges into opportunities to evolve and to grow. While you're on this quest, you find people in more difficult situations than you are. And you discover the reward in helping others, in giving and sharing. Each and every act of kindness radiates positivity around you and fills you with a unique form of joy. As you encounter problems and challenges, you notice when you need to find solutions to problems, the act of creative inspiration itself gives a wonderful feeling of joy. Feel that you are undergoing a personal resurrection as you deepen your empathy and understanding, forging meaningful connections mainly with yourself. Eventually you find a golden chalice filled with the infinite elixir of joy. You could keep this just for yourself, but intuitively you feel that when you found this infinite supply of joy, you would feel even better if you got to share it with other people in need. So you feel that you can return back home with this elixir of balance and harmony, of generosity and purpose. Visualize a future where you live with purpose and joy, impacting others significantly. You realize that one of the portals to joy is self-love and self-respect. And as you embrace and accept yourself fully, joy becomes more commonplace. You realize on returning from your quest, certain things took courage. It was the adversity that required the courage, but in acting courageously, you grew and evolved, and the growth gave you joy. As you return back with your chalice filled with the infinite elixir of joy, you encounter one final challenge. Maybe it represents doubt, unworthiness, something that represents the thing you've been battling against your entire life. And you feel an incredible ability to dig deep, to overcome, to make that final push. So unleash your focus and determination, driving you forward, taking a risk, making a decision to do what's necessary to share this elixir with those more in need than yourself. You feel empowered to create change in you and to help others create change in themselves. As you become a master, a hero of both your inner and outer worlds. As you return back to your original home with the elixir in the golden chalice, of course you can celebrate the journey, celebrate your successes, but you realize so much joy does not come from the elixir, but in the pursuit of the elixir. Every challenge you overcame, every courageous thing you did, the journey itself was the very joy you were seeking. As you return back to your reality, I want you to get a sense of what the elixir could be in your reality and realm. And maybe you need to go on a quest to find it. And maybe the quest itself creates it. So as you breathe in and breathe out, feel that you are unlocking the resources to feel worthy of joy, to seek to find what joy truly means to you, and a willingness to share that insight with others in need. Breathing in and breathing out, feel like you're returning to the present moment with a sense of optimistic curiosity, a willingness to start your own quest, a quest where the journey and the destination bring about exactly the same thing. Breathing in and breathing out, feel that you've returned to an old leather chair closing an old children's storybook. And as you put the book back in the box, feel that you're returning to your reality right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Connect fully with the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.